Gotcha. When you say I got a radio don't know be here. And I'm saying that me call YouTube na me ho akwa bia Avraham Moshe our jidin organize our original dream say Jesus didn't exist. He's a fictional character. Say Jesus na yeah soon one baby as a cry. And me say na say me a Christian into no. I am a ram kakra. You know, I decided say if there one baby as in a man make up on share. Now for you in I say as a more canon, I am pana. To me in I mean yeah some I got a different conclusion. Like me I dream said Jesus na pass barrier say. So I contacted him, my name Kasai or WhatsApp. Ibusana say my name say or no na dream because one of the videos no I say previously no ye Muslim and now obey Christian in a obey Jew ni na this year or so new religion they are into the maybe some say if say this year so na grant sana say the be our sis or 30 sana and also that this year still crana I want you to say Jesus some be say I'm so my research be I've had a different answer than what he has. Got debates now of only the video not type for debates. The person can only debates, but unfortunately, no many Ghana, you know. If a way be a made the reply, and also say many times about Ghana be or yeah, or even they were trying to buy and answer me Ghana channel. My debate, I'm so okay, fine. But it's a minimum time about Ghana, you know. I would take this opportunity to make a video. So then I would like I would use the video to respond to Asamoah not so perfect. And you know, there's the video I made person responding. I've titled this video The Historicity of Jesus. I just say Jesus no or Beriase and how I want to prove it in say I want to look at other historical documents that made mention of Jesus. As I'm showing Krata Okodoa almost Jesus once. Na in Grata no so nyese me share I Christopher Grata I'm looking at non-Christian historical documents and more near Christopher more history or more trauma so masama this is deemed fame because someone like JJ me is very sure say obi or history of Ghana biano so you can new on your Ghana new likely say JJ team because he was president of the country for 20 years and he had a really big influence on the country. There will be a history of Togo Kra as at that time in 1999, the president of Ghana this then you get to know that then indeed and a man like JJ indeed existed. Now say JJ no one existed so be net na be so cancel there and the whole country be to say Togo Kra na and I be na one thing can because Ghana from one a big pretty system to say quick one answer. Or call any other country, I want to take quick one answer be our better quick one answer na Ghana in the Kokano. So but to be to say Kwame Nkrumah there because he existed and he had influence no. Or call other countries or better anything. And the same applies to Jesus Christ. I felt that he had influence and you know if he existed that there should be some document, some historical document that made mention. So that is the idea. Before I say I would see say if this is indeed possible. Why am I doing this? Christianity as a religion is not just on belief, okay? So if we look at this quote from one of my favorite Christian apologists, Craig Blomberg on I say historical evidence moves us a long way towards demonstrating our belief. As a result, the faith that is necessary to fill in the remaining gap is reasonable. History, and just say not Jesus or Tias intended automatically Christianity is true. No. Jesus no is the first step. Then a say ye no nye like nyasa about say ya tam bi ya tam ameneke. Na ya Avraham Moshe tai kan no buy no be kan say na ye no. That is not what Christianity is about. When you look at Paul and the other apostles now. As mom making be catch us say Unjindia or Galilee or Anako Judea or you would find other witnesses who were eyewitness testimony to what happened, that Jesus Christ died and rose from the dead, and which is the basis of Christianity. So Christianity is founded on historical evidence. So that was the message that the Paul and the apostles was preaching. Even Paul, when defending the Christianity to one governor, I think Governor Felix also, he said these things did not happen in the corner. It happened publicly, and I'm very, very sure that you've heard of it. So he was that brave just because he knew what he was saying. And so that is the importance of historical evidence to Christianity. Christianity is based on historical evidence. So because Jesus I exist here, that's it. Which did not say he has just destroyed Christianity totally. And so in order to make say Christianity is true, the first thing that has to be established is Jesus Christ indeed existed. And I'm not saying that but to me prove that Jesus exists here, then it means Christianity is true. Other videos be here, so I'll say the Jesus name Bible no mean one from Bethlehem, one from Nazareth. I think I'll come to that later, but I want to deal with it. If my quite say other topics are say why is Christianity true? Fine, I can also do, but that's what I want to deal with in the first place. Thank you. So the first one I ever share Flavius, a Jewish historian, a very popular Jewish historian, if not the greatest. The second one is Tacitus, another great Roman historian. Third one, Pliny the Younger, a Roman politician. Where now Moshe and Ochron Kata Koma in playing for Anna Christo Pomasem, I know so Jesus Masem. And Phlegon, a freed slave, also church rabbi Kosema, also can Jesus Masem. That was another first century historian. Suetonius, another Roman historian. Lucian, a Greek satirist. A private citizen and an ordinary citizen, yet you need to if you say. Into a throw in Krata man, neighbor, or Choleta man, neighbor. People were to say Pythagoras, name Socrates, name no symbol, King of the Jews, Jesus. Almost saying that they were avenged. And even religious document which said Talmud and a Quran. But I won't place much emphasis on the Talmud and Quran, but I just wanted to say these are documents almost Jesus. Quran was written around maybe after 500 or 600 years after the death of Jesus. I don't see it's a back carry more weight because distance but all these other documents like Josephus and Tacitus and Pliny the Younger, Phlegon, all these are first century documents, first century and latest by second century documents. So it is much more closer to the truth. History abako semuno say yepe document we try to get this yepe the a bang date no. Jesus is be 5 or 6 BC. And in my document I be kind of wasama likely say no cry. My document closer to this date. And the internet I selected this document because may fail say the more closer it is to the date, then the more likely it is to be saying the truth. And I won't talk about the Talmud and the Quran because the Talmud was written around 200 years after the death of Jesus, the Quran around 500 or 600 years after the death of Jesus, so I won't put much emphasis on it. But the one that I'm looking at, which are first century documents, is Josephus, Tacitus, Pliny the Younger, and others. And these are names that you can Google and you'll find their works. Like Josephus Flavius, you can find his a copy of his complete book. So Antiquities of the Jews. When you Google, you'd see. And I'm also bringing it here. Says me two marina na matresi. So me say Jesus existed. Made no be bisu na meka. And your Bible ni peso. Fine, the Bible is also a source, but Rebecca said, what if the Bible is lying? And it's true. What if the Bible is lying? And even with that, and the Bible is not one source. The Bible is a collection of documents. So, but well, because it's widely regarded as one book, okay, fine. Assuming the Bible is one source, what are there any other sources? And I've brought these names in a anybody can go and cross-check, find out whether what I'm saying is true. And I'll bring the quotes from their letters. Document now you can read to verify. To bring this new habit of say okasema also wochre bibia unyano free. So instead of two men I'm senior, that will be back different thing. Then you also have the right to ask him say the okan masa unjina so. And we just want you should provide the primary document itself. When you say yes, no. The documents no. Say me can Josephus was my mechanic book no a chapter and a section of you can also go and cross-check and read, and you get to know say the American sanity. And the American channel, I mentioned the history work Flavius Josephus, who is widely considered to be the greatest Jewish historian that ever lived. Around 37 AD, which is roughly 5 years after the death of Jesus, and not obeying Jesus ye pan. Now or tro abakosem afa Jew for ho abakosem. No tro kwan a Roman for the first so ebe Jerusalem ebe defeat omo the war in Jerusalem. Omo pamo Jew for na bebre na dwane ba Africa no. Nti or church and some see before say one embassy, which is the Antiquities of the Jews in the book title. And or maybe make kind of who Jesus didn't be. Jesus Yahusha and Yeshua the same thing as Jesus. And the Jesus number send a of because cover brain him say a friend Yahusha and I say Yeshua. And say now or Trofa Jesus one. At this time, which is the time of Pontius Pilate, there was a wise man who was called Jesus. His conduct was good, and he was known to be virtuous. And many people from among the Jews and other nations became his disciples. Pilate condemned him to be crucified and to die. But those who had become his disciples did not abandon his discipleship. They reported that he had appeared to them 3 days after his crucifixion, and that he was alive. Accordingly, he was perhaps the Messiah, concerning whom the prophets have recounted wonders. Josephus, or non Christoni, or not the historian or Trapacosen, and definitely if Southern American Canada and say, oh, to say Jesus, I am part of Tiasia, then he would have influence. And is that time no Tias and also, or Nenesian for no. Omoka Chen say, Omukun Riena, na Satam na Pontius Pilate, procurator no. In the issue of the can say, Omukun Rieno, now or Tiase. After 3 days, no sign sorry for your womb. Or sign even or canon and Nabrabo himself say he was virtuous, no. Nabrabo no in pan Nini PNA at the idea to know. This is evidence says there is a historical person that existed. And even in the book, no can assembly not trophy Jesus. Other sections, no. We know may if one you can just go online, Josephus, you can search the complete work of Josephus. Another section, the Antiquities of the Jews, the book 18, chapter 3, section 3. Book nesu ye pant no mechanic work nkaka e bia ko hwe kan ya obey ntino mashada kire me bia mokwa mube hu na be ya you can just go and cross check enya me na me tro a quote say ntina me quotation marks about no say enya me west so the on gender no we betima kono wa check it na we so nya the only part of the book he mentioned Jesus. Another part, so you be some documents, some details about Jesus and also the New Testament, you know. There's the parts. We know try kwan ya mufa so kun James. Ah, no no Jesus me ano. First say governor almost money for Rome by we no now say sign small bit for ba. No can announce the high priest no or ma ye kun James no. It is that time na obia ni ho obehwe Jews for no so na yasuma albino se ba no na or ye na obabua na Christopher no James no ko ka ma sema na omusi omabo. Nti na ochire kwan ye fa so say nti say no kind the kind. Festus was now dead, and Albinus was but upon the road. So he, Ananus the high priest, assembled the Sanhedrin of the judges, and brought before them the brother of Jesus, who was called Christ, whose name was James, and some others. And when he had formed an accusation against them as breakers of the law, he delivered them to be stoned. You know, you can we match be a book 20 chapter 9 section 1. So to where we have had additional details about Jesus in the New Testament and say na we have Bema be a your friend James. And I think in the book of Acts chapter 9 or 10 or so, actually quite James. I'm not sure, but the story I know for sure the story is in Acts. So I'm say high priest being almost in a war. So until we have also additional historical mentions of things that happened in the New Testament. Different source neka. Flavius no nye Christoni, or no trying to or trying to Macy. And the facts are on your Christoni, no, in quite say, also can say Jesus never existed. Christoni, oh yeah, we are historian now, duty is over Trabacosem. And then no any Juma. So until we have another mention of Jesus, you can also say it here. So we have about some details of Jesus. We can say it here. And you know, the next historian that will examine his work, Cornelius Tacitus, one of the Roman historian. He also one of first century. I'm not sure about the reign of Emperor Nero. How many Roman for back was but say Emperor Nero can. Or Emperor na wajidin ye pa or ye nyoma pi na ade ba ko ye ya Tacitus, he was describing at that time. Jesus in the friend Christus. Christus is Christ or the Messiah. To get Christus but just Jesus and Christ. And you know, say no on also try kind. Therefore, to scotch the rumor, Nero substituted as culprits and punished with the utmost refinement of cruelty a class of men, loathed for their vices, whom the crowd styled Christians. Christus, from whom they got their name, had been executed by sentence of the procurator Pontius Pilate when Tiberius was emperor, and the pernicious superstition was checked for a short time, only to break out afresh, not only in Judea, the home of the plague, but in Rome itself, where all the horrible and shameful things in the world collect and find a home. Moshe in some this historian Cornelius Tacitus etc. Now to say clearly on your Christoni, all time Christopher Nangasa because Oshe where's a Yusuma a Christopher na offer a Christosome pernicious superstition. Pernicious idea it's harmful or dangerous and the superstition who do I missing and country superstition idea jide keke and you know. So like that is what it implies. So when in a plague so yeah a strand them. So or describing as like horrible and shameful. So the clear the onye Christian intino on draw asema ebema say no kra on draw say akwa bi na o te ase na friend Christos. Pontius Pilate in the kunu. Or ye historian, and as any historian or no the duty is of trust him say onye Christian in that didn't stop him from saying say ampana akwa bi te ase na friend Christos. Go form the chair from Christians no. Yekuno, Pontius Pilate, and even was on additional detail of Jesus. Say, Tamna Tiberius, emperor, no, tiase. So, and this, I think, in Luke chapter 2 or 3, Luke specifically mentions at the time that Tiberius was emperor, no, bo, or Luke saying bo, at that, tiase at that time. No. So, until or set a specific timer, na assembly see. So there is another detail that you betima can obi ono no or tro Roman for abakosem or tro adia emperor Nero ni ye then so Christo dey abetwem just because of the influence he had. And clearly he's not a Christian or make say or no na or because a Christian into no tro send them for beje David or no trust me see. And on your Christian and that didn't stop him from saying the truth or what's actually happened. And we have other details from him as well. These details are recorded in the New Testament. Flavius had no way of knowing Josephus. Flavius had no way of knowing Tacitus. Josephus had no, because we were Rome and a way were Jew. So, but one more later, different times and so on. Because they were recording historical events, and as a normal I see, they've had similar things. Say, Flavius chose Pontius Pilate in Tacitus was the same thing. But Tacitus added another AB account. Other details said Tiberius was emperor, and I was on the account say a Christianity no Christosome shall say with Judea, which is the home of the plague. Now, so I trust at that time, Emperor Nero a Roman city no. That Christianity as spread up a Christopher So, and we see in the letter of Romans by Paul saying that Christopher I then as spread up Roma. Christopher any say Christopher shall say Judea. So these are be a bit me track and say pass there is some historical mention of Jesus. So the next one that we will look at is Pliny Secundus, Onono Amanyoni, which is politician. No or troll letter They were in the habit of meeting on a certain fixed day before it was light, when they sang an anthem to Christ as God, and bound themselves by a solemn oath or sacramentum, not to commit any wicked deed, but to abstain from all fraud, theft, and adultery, never to break their word, or deny a trust when called upon to honor it, after which it was their custom to separate, and then meet again to partake of food, but food of an ordinary and innocent kind. Nti wei so na ɔtwerɛ afa Christopher no ɔtwerɛ or na ɔkyerɛ sɛ saa Christopher wei deɛ ɔmo nsom bosom ɔmo nsom yɛn Romanfoɔ bosom no bi ɔmo nsom Christ sɛ ɔyɛ nyame, which is also indicating the divine nature of Jesus. Sɛ Jesus no ɔnyɛ nipa kɛkɛ. So there's also another historical mention of Jesus and nso mpɛ sɛ mede baa ase. Na deɛ yɛbɛhwɛ no, the last one yɛbɛhwɛ no ɛyɛ ɔno de no ɔno just private citizen no ɔte ase yɛkyɛ ne to efiase nti ɔwɔ efiase no ɔtwerɛ nkrataa ma ne ba ɛhyɛ ne den sɛ ɛma ne ba ne mpa aba na nyɛ ɔno nko na wayɛ den yɛyɛ no yɛakye na to efiase anasɛ yɛayɛ na yɛka deɛ na ɔnyɛ bɔ abra ɔnyɛ bɔ ne biara na ɔbɔ nkɔfo bi ntintin te sɛ Socrates ne Pythagoras sɛ ɔmo nso na ɔmo te ase ɔmo nso ɔmo anyɛ hwee nso no yɛkyi ɔmo yɛ ɔmo ayɛ kayakadeɛ. Was I bought King of the Jews, which was the wise king, which was in the end Jesus was referred to as the wise king. And let a note from man saying okay, what advantage did the Athenians gain from putting Socrates to death? famine and plague came upon them as judgment for their crime. What advantage did the men of Samos gain from burning Pythagoras? In a moment, their land was covered with sand. What advantage did the Jews gain from executing their wise king? It was just after that that their kingdom was abolished. God justly avenged. I think this one should be avenged. God justly avenged these three wise men. The Athenians died of hunger, the Samians were overwhelmed by the sea, and the Jews, ruined and driven from their land, lived in complete dispersion. But Socrates did not die for good. He lived on in the teaching of Plato. Pythagoras didn't die for good. He lived on in the statue of Hera. Nor did the wise king die for good. He lived on in the teaching which he had given. And when he mentions historical figures like Socrates and Plato and the wise king, Socrates, we know the teachings of Socrates just because of his students in Plato. And this will be baby say Socrates never existed. So Jesus now, we have so many of his writings, but we can say Jesus never existed. So he's comparing Jesus to these historical figures like Plato and Pythagoras. Our Chem say he actually existed na Jews one Omo kingdom no say so there's another non-Christian historical mention of Jesus that way so clearly no onye Christian ono do no tro ntima koma neba, but as a private citizen or assemblies ya obeka because assemblies ya or trash and bank crime I don't know beka assembly fiction say or the shin bank crime send and ban on shin crime because beka say I will shame him command and some now to actually me. And you know although I listed 10 documents in here the see I say I impressive video in I just want to make a point say Jesus was mentioned historically mentioned in other documents. And you know you can also go and cross-check the other sources. Since I made them a sources number, like you can also go and cross-check what I've said here. And you know, yeah, can't say even just 4 weeks can I kind know. Yeah, can't like what's some details of Jesus. And here's what we've learned so far. Yeah, who said Jesus? Not time not just and a Tiberius Caesar another emperor of Rome. You say he lived a virtuous life. Him say no year one when Juma. You say no when we have maybe a friend James. Then go for so on any Messiah. Pontius Pilate in a bonus in there. The Sion for no can say sorry for you. And the Sion for so I spread the gospel na willing to die. Say I'm part of so sorry for you. And Christianity you say shall say with Judea. And so spread I could do Rome. And ne for no so can say shy Roman bosom for the monson no some Jesus say or anyame or as God or divine nature. So and these are things I didn't quote them from the New Testament. These are quotes I made the say now historical mention of Jesus I heard and you can't pass him. No more for non-Christians so actual for Jesus so it may PC way from this. It may PC this from all these different sources. So and once again the any class of more for Crystal who almost send some more for Jesus who almost more history. Someone like Josephus was writing about the war between the Jews and the Romans. Someone about Cornelius Tacitus, he was writing about the rule of Emperor Nero and the burning of Rome. Jesus didn't betray him. Obi otifia say church letter a command ba e kan Jesus wansen. Obi a no oye politician or church or mass status report e be say akofa the mass state of the nation address. E kan Jesus wansen. So with this no, first of all they are not Christians. Second, and you said they were writing about Jesus. Or more trauma and some work. And because Jesus existed, no, or more than anything, because he had influence in the topic that they were talking about. And that's what we have seen. So, in the light of this evidence, no, based on your way, no, what we've learned so far, no, I have a question for anyone that thinks Jesus Christ didn't exist. And see, my same son, and So if Jesus didn't exist, then how come non-Christian writers collectively reveal a storyline which is congruent with the New Testament? Because fiction there and some day, maybe it's never been a trauma and answer some being and soon time maybe enter the same and answer some. Especially in the say, nkɔfo bebree san ka asɛm a meka no na kyerɛ sɛ dan clearly ɛnyɛ nansɛnsɛm na yɛ asɛm a akɔ so a yɛnua yɛhu a yɛyɛ den yɛtwerɛ ho asɛm nti no this question goes to Avraham ben Moshe ne any other body that thinks that Jesus didn't exist. Yɛhwɛ evidence here yɛhu a yɛhwɛ historical documents here yɛgya kan sisi a quote a mede abɛyi a clearly we've seen that nipa ahodoɔ ɛka Jesus ho asɛm nti no sɛ Jesus ayɛ exist a ɛba ne sɛ na nipa ahodoɔ wɔ ni ɛka no ho asɛm a asɛm no ɛne deɛ New Testament nkɔfoɔ no so twerɛ no ɛne no ɛyɛ pɛ te sɛ deɛ na Jesus wɔ nua bɛma bi ɛfrɛ no James anaasɛ yɛkunu wɔ Pontius Pilate abrɛ so na ɔte ase wɔ Tiberius Caesar abrɛ so yɛbɔ n'asɛnnua ne suafo no bɛkaa sɛ owui no ɔsan sɔree. So if says obi net ɛkɔhyɛ kokɔ mu na ɔde saa story by ne sɛ na nipa ahodoɔ wɔ ni a ɛka ade baakoro nipa no kwan nyɛ sɛ ɔmo ka akristo mu ɔmo no ɔmo ka ɔmo history ɔmo ka ɔmo abakasɛm ebi te Tacitus or kana bakɔsɛm ɛna akristofoɔ na ɔde Jesus asɛm betwɛ mu saa nso na Flavius, Maraba, Serapion, and even others like Celsius ne Lucian ne all these others, even the Quran and the Talmud. And you know, I won't say Avraham ben Moshe answer for questions and parents and go to me way anwa. Yes, or can say these documents na enyem na me try a document wo ho a obetima connect akọ check say asema me kana ya mpa na say enyampa. We're showing videos being so say there are two Jesus in the Bible, one from Luke and one from Matthew. I said, and also you reckon was him, but I think that's the first step. So it's me if it was an established said Jesus existed, and after then we go to the New Testament. Why is it true? No, as a man who create you were quite for so who say some way you know cry say I understand. And also I'll look at that. And I said, wow, I'll share video or any different question concerning Christianity or the New Testament, that's what I'm sure. And also, you can ask and I'll try and respond to that. But before that, I would be very happy if anybody that says Jesus never existed, like Avraham ben Moshe, would answer me this question. How can non-Christian writers also reveal a storyline which is congruent with the New Testament if Jesus didn't exist? Say, and some saying that we will be or cast some and the New Testament and then the call. So, and to know, so Masem Besani, Avraham, and I will be a watch every dinner on him, Avraham, what's missing man, and that's all child coming in Japan. Now, any idea this year, maybe a baby or baby, and who are obviously me, I can, on Amazon. I'm saying I'm Ghana, the Ghana guy, debate straight up, no son convey and Quandia, but many Ghana knows when I was there. Me na in any case me back na me na ebeye ntino me so no masama no that's it.